YouTube? So Juicy Kid, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video, comment this video. Listen, we gotta get serious. Serious topic. Listen. The president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, is patrolling the streets of DC. Have y'all seen about the DC takeover? Did y'all see the DC takeover? Yeah, did y'all see the president of the United States out there patrolling with the military and the police in Washington, D.C.? The capital of the United States of America. Cleaning it up. Got liberals out there crying and complaining about. You know what's funny? The white liberal, it's not the black person's friend. They pretend to be the black person's friend. They pretend to be the thing that they hate the most. They pretend to be on the right side of history, on black people's side. They pretend to be the very thing they hate the most and try to cover what they really are. It's racist. White people, white liberals, even like the white working class or the white poor class, they try to take up for black people because deep down they are so racist. They believe their skin color award them opportunities that black people don't get. That's what liberals think. The conservative white person really, I get up like you get up. You a man, I'm a man, you a woman, I'm a woman. What's the problem? Let's go compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I get from the conservative. The white liberal like, nah, they can't. The white liberal like, no, I got such much as an advantage over them. I need to feel sorry for them. It's not the case. So let's go to DC. So it's no homicides in a week. Homicides in DC has been going crazy, and we're trying to save bodies. So why are we trying to save the Ukraine and Russia? Why are we trying to save lives there in a country we can't even? They love to stop the. He didn't never stop the Ukraine war. He didn't stop the Russia war. He said he's gonna do it day one. When the president said, "Hey, this is one of the most complicated, hardest wars," I thought it'd be the easy one. It's the hardest one. But Gaza and Israel, babies dying in Gaza, but niggas are babies and dying right here in the United States, the Washington D.C., the capital of the motherfucking United States, right in the outside a few radius blocks down the goddamn White House. You got killing and robbing and jacking and people, news anchors and people saying we don't really go out that time of night. We scared we get carjacked. You got people on news channel say, well, my colleague, which is another news anchor, somebody working producing, say they got carjacked on the way to work. What kind of shit is that? You got professional people there to tell news and they getting robbed. That's how bad DC was, and they want to fake the numbers. The numbers are actually going down, not the homicides, but it's been no homicides in the last week ever since they cracked down. That is a great thing. And knock on wood, with some wood, I got wood on this car, yeah. Knock on wood, that it continues that trend. How can you argue with nobody dying of killing each other in a whole week? It hasn't been done in a very, very long time in Washington, D.C. How can you want to end war when you got people dying in the streets of America? How can you end a war, overseas war, when you got people down right here in the city that you got the White House in? It's not like Chicago, Houston, or Mississippi, or whatever city, Louisiana. This is the capital, and you can't stop crime and homicides there. How the f you gonna make anything else safe in the world? White liberals and people on news channels telling you it's not sitting from that standpoint of view, which they smart enough to know, but they just gonna argue some stupidity shit. They gonna argue some stupid. Carjacking down 83%, violent crime down 22%. That's great. That's good. Anytime you saving lives is a great thing. I don't give a damn what side of the aisle you on. You need left, right, candy stripe, what race, color, gender, whatever you are on the political, saving lives. That should be the #1 story on CNN, Fox, NBC, ABC, EFG, PBS, LMG, any kind of goddamn news station, TikTok, Shade Room, Ball Alert. That should be the #1 thing. Ever since Donald Trump federalized the police in Washington, D.C., there's no homicides in the city in a whole week straight, and that hasn't been done in decades. Now, what is going to start happening, going to these blue liberal cities, I need to do that. So when we know homicide, cause we trying to save lives. You got gangsters and young men on the channel say we need that. Thank you, Donald Trump. We need this. But you got white liberals out there protesting for them. How you gonna protest some shit that black people don't want? The polls, black people ain't going to the polls and talk and voting on this shit. You got as white liberals, white like J.D. Vance in the Pet Headset was saying the crowd was heckling them and screaming. He said, "You got some go take a nap." Bunch of white old liberals complaining about black issues. Make it make sense. Take your ass home, nap, get a rest, get the F out of black business, and let's get the streets safe. You got people that tourists walk the streets of DC, come to visit the United States. It's supposed to be the most cleanest, safest place heaven ever. I thought growing up, Washington DC was the most safest place ever. I used to get on Barack Obama saying, Barack Obama from Chicago. Why don't he do nothing about Chicago killing? Knowing that it's the mayor it's the mayor and the governor jobs over there in Illinois and Chicago, but Trump is gonna deploy like he did in California, but they say it's all liberal. He's picking on these liberals, these black women. Well, they too weak on crime. They weak. Women are weak and political leader positions because they so much of a neutral. They can do the job 100%, but they are weak. They women. They wanna nurture these guys. Oh, it's not their fault. It's not their fault that this. It's not that. It's not. They just got a bad hand. No. Forget that. People are dying. Babies are getting straight bullets and dying. No. We cannot be weak when it comes to killing people and hurting people and homicides and robbing people. No. If you steal something, okay, fine. If the black liberal or the white liberal wanna poo stealing stuff because they hungry and broke, okay, that's okay. That's not okay. But okay. When it comes to robbing people, assaulting people, and killing people, no, that's not gonna happen. No. That's a no-go. That's my take on the Washington D.C. thing. You got the president of the United States. You had the former president, Joe Biden, on the beach sleep, and you got Donald Trump in the streets. Literally in the streets. He in the streets. He in the trenches. If they don't stand for a strong leader, I don't know what it is. What an upgrade. And then you got people, funny thing I talk about the immigration shit too. You had 10 plus million people coming to our country. That's an invasion on the southern border. That has not happened in any other country. No border crossing in the last 3 months, 0. No new laws on the book, no nothing. No new laws. What happened? What changed? Maybe the federal government's able not to step in and do their job and to be proactive. How do that happen? How do we go from 4 years, 10 plus million people, in the last 3 months, 0 people crossing the border? It's no new law, no legislation got passed. Just a new president that's telling people to actually do their job and follow federal guidelines. You can't make this shit up. This is probably the first strongest year ever for a president ever. He's doing so much shit. He walking the streets of DC. He got so much shit going on. He having fun. This nigga having fun. I'm looking at this nigga really having fun. The president of the United States is really having some fun. That's what it boils down to. He's having fun out there. Amazing. So what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to like this video, I want y'all to comment this video, hit that subscribe button, share it, let's get the message out. 0 homicides in a week. We need that in every city, every state in America. We need to do that more often. Keep our kids safe, keep our streets safe. Look, you can't get a future with the kids if they're not safe. How they gonna learn? How they gonna educate themselves if they not safe? They don't feel safe going to school. They feel going to these libraries. Safe. We got to make sure they safe. Safety is first. They tell you in a work job, it's ocean, or any job you work, safety. You got to make sure it's safe. Make sure the customer safe. Make sure the employee's safe. You got to make sure our citizens are safe. Going out doing their jobs, going to school, going out to educate people, going out and making a living, going out entertaining or whatever they do. We got to make sure they're safe. Entertainers get the proper safe help. They got bodyguards and all this. Why not the citizens? Let's make it happen. And off to a great start in DC. Like the video, comment the video. See you next video.